Okay, this is GamerBlave, and we're back with Blave the Hunter in Dark Souls. If you watched the last video anywhere close to the time that I originally posted it, then you know this video has been a long time coming. In fact, I decided to do some quick math before I started recording just to see how long it had been since I last played Dark Souls, and the total was 6 months and 22 days. And that's about 206 days. Now, from the time this video goes live, that might be a little bit different, but to say the least, I'm probably a little bit rusty, and actually that's probably an understatement. And to tell you the truth, I'm not really sure why I put Dark Souls down. I just come off the high of defeating Seath the Scaleless, and it had been, relative to most of my playthrough, doing fairly well. And, you know, I was thinking about it, and maybe that was it. I mean, I've never been doing by any means great, but maybe I didn't want Dark Souls to reduce me back to that quivering mess that I was the majority of the playthrough. You know, always scared, you know, every time I went around a corner or whenever I went into a new room. And maybe that was what it was. But whatever the case may be, these past 200 days, 200 plus days, every time I look at my desktop, I see this note that I left of myself, or took, when Kingseeker Frampt told me about the souls that I need to collect. I just wrote down Gravelord Nito, the Witch of Izalith, and the 4 Kings of New Londo. And that note has served as kind of this monument to a task unfinished. And it's like, every time I look at that, you know, after the first couple of weeks went by without picking up Dark Souls again, it was almost as like I was hanging my hat with these countless other gamers who I know have picked up Dark Souls and just been like, no, I can't beat this game. I just can't take it. You know, and they've just abandoned their quest somewhere along the lines. I mean, I think I've probably gotten a lot further than a lot of people who have given up. And I never intended to give up. You know, like I said, I think I was doing pretty well. So it was just, I just kind of stopped playing. I was just playing other games, and it was never intentional. So today I'm saying no. I'm picking up this title again where I left off, with the intention of finishing what I started. And if you've watched any of this series, you know that it is not going to be graceful or pretty, and the death tally will certainly soar to unimaginable heights. If you've been watching this series, you know that I have been keeping track of each and every one of my deaths, and I actually can't remember what it's at. I'm gonna have to watch my last video to see what we're at. I think we're in the mid 100s, if I'm not mistaken. But once again, I would have to check my last one. And I do apologize for this ridiculously long monologue here, but I figured I'd owed it to anyone who had watched this series up until this point. And I think I gotta remember what I was doing. Now, if I had not mistaken, I had gone down into New Londo and was attempting to take on that piece of the puzzle. Now, unfortunately, I am definitely not going to be able to remember how I got anywhere down here. I'm also going to barely be able to remember how to freaking play the game. So that's going to be tough. And one thing I do remember was that it seemed like in the last session that we had gone on and on in New Londo, and I just could not find a bonfire, and that was very frustrating. Most frustrating. Not sure why I'm killing these guys. I guess just to kind of get a feel for my weapon back. Okay. We're good. We know what we're doing. Now, let's see here. We've got... I do remember these transient curses, so I've got those. I definitely need those in terms of engaging these ghosts down here, because we're gonna have a lot of those guys to deal with. Now, also, I do have a bow. How many arrows do I have for that thing? Oh, okay, I've got a lot of arrows. So I don't really have to worry about that. That's fortunate. So, another thing is, if you watch this series, kind of a little anecdotal information, this was the first thing that I started playing on my channel. This started it all. Oh, we're gonna need to activate the transient curse right now. Ah, he tagged me. He tagged me. Now, for some reason, I'm not remembering this. Yeah, I'm not remembering this thing that I did 6 months ago. I was remembering this very differently. I was remembering there being water down here. Oh! Yeah. About that. Now, I am remembering that I drained all the water from here. That's why it looks different. So, okay, so this is how you shoot arrows. So I can shoot this guy, right? Maybe? Negative. But I don't really think I need to shoot him. I think I can probably head up this way, because he's over there protecting stuff that I've already looted. So it should be unnecessary for me to do that. So, okay, hang on a second. I need to... Nice. Now we have... I know that these ghosts pop out from freaking everywhere. It's just ridiculous how many ghosts there are in this place. Whoa! Now what we need to make sure we do, or don't do, as the case may be, is inadvertently jump off this platform that we're on, because that would be a bummer. Now, I'm sure that there are more ghosts in here. I'm positive of it. Okay. Oh, shoot. Now, around the time... Oh, they're dropping several transient curses here. Around the time that I had stopped playing, and I had mentioned this actually in one of my Let's Plays of Dark Souls, I had started playing as... I'm not sure if I'm undoing something that I did in a previous video. I had started playing as a different type of character because I just kind of wanted to experiment with a character who was, oh shoot. I don't like these cramped quarters here. Humanity, oh nice. Wait, is this where I had died? This is where I died. So I got my stuff. But we have a mess. We have a mess on our hands here. Nope. Nope. Okay, see if we can chug. Now, okay, two things. One, I remember it took me a really long time to get there in my previous video, so that's interesting that I can get there that quickly now, or relatively quickly. So I found a shortcut, I guess, to get to where I had got before. That being said, I need to be extremely careful.
Because I can't engage 3 of those guys at the same time. Like, I need to not just run into that room. Because I might be able to take one of those dudes at the same time, or one of those dudes at a time. But 3 is a no-go. I'm not entirely certain if I can parry their attacks. I can try. Their attacks are quite potent. Quite potent. I don't think I had quite gotten out what I was trying to say a minute ago regarding the other character that I've been playing. The strong character who's going around wielding the two-handed sword, the Zweihander? I believe that would be, or Zweihander, maybe, I guess, because that would be German. Zwei being a German word. So, whoa, I just about ran right off that. But anyway, so he wields giant two-handed sword and uses miracles. So, a very different type of character. Now, the main thing that I like about him, the main thing that I wish that this character, when I was experimenting with him, as opposed to Blave here, the main thing that I miss are the healing miracles. Because you get a few bonus chances to heal. So like right out of the gate, you know, fairly close to level 1, you have the ability to heal roughly 5 more times. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. Right there. And then it's pretty neat being able to hit people with that gigantic freaking sword. Now, if you are one of the people who has managed to watch this entire series, or at least if you watched the beginning, if you watched the first video, whoops, then you know that my typical role-playing type character, at least historically, was more of a... Okay, so we're gonna go down again and try to get back to our stuff, because I think this is probably the quickest way to get there. Now, the question is, can we get out here and maybe just try to fight one of these guys? That's the question. Can we just fight one of them?
Let me see if I can shoot at him and bring him over here. It sounded like I didn't actually mean to do it that way. Okay, let's see if we can do something here. Okay, can we put one through that? He's mad. Whoa, that's his grab attack, I think. Now, if you watched, that is something that I distinctly remember, very distinctly remember from the last video that I made. That was the end of it. That was kind of the exclamation point that marked... Okay, so where are those other guys? We got 2 other ones that are waiting to pounce here. But that was the exclamation point that marked the end of the saga, so to speak. Now, was him grabbing me and just pinning me to the ground with that thing and basically sucking the life out of me. And it was not cool. So we got one over there, which I think we can avoid. I think we can avoid getting him. So let's go ahead and try to get this guy. Boom! Not the fastest guy in the world. So now let's be really cautious. What do we have up here? What do we have? Okay, that's a dead thing that has something to loot in it. Let's be exceedingly cautious here. I don't want to... Well, for one, I want to get all my stuff back, because I had, what, like 17,000 freaking souls, and I don't even know if I had any humanity in it. Now it looks like we've got another one of them out there. Like right out there. But we have one right over here, facing the other direction. We may be able to sneak up behind him and put one in his back. He might not even be able to see it coming. Boom! Eat it! That's how I prefer to fight. Blave the Hunter! He's an honorable warrior. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, this is how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. Boom! Oh! That is it right there. So this is where we were last time. Now I am very pleasantly surprised that we managed to get down to this area pretty quickly. Obviously, this was not the same way that we had come before. This is really scary. There are going to be ghosts popping out of walls. All sorts of crazy stuff's about to happen. I do not like this one bit. Well, okay. Okay. We can work with this. Now, so I don't know if I'm... Oh, shoot. Sounded like something was happening here. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going the right way or... As with pretty much everything in Dark Souls, never really sure if I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing or... walking to certain death and destruction or... Pretty much not sure of anything. All you can really be sure of in Dark Souls is that you're gonna die many, many times. Now, what do we have here? I honestly can't remember. There's a chain thing that took me forever to figure out whether or not these are mimics. A very large ember. So I need to take that to the blacksmith. Sweet. Okay, so it looks like that was the whole purpose of coming this way. I need to go back down to the room where I was fighting those. I guess I'm just gonna call them Death Knights. Shoot, was it this way? My sense of direction is impeccable. Yeah, it's totally not. Totally not. This game... Wait, is this where? Aha! Whoa! That is probably not the preferred mode of descending. Speaking of descending, my freaking chair is letting out all of its, I guess you could call it, I don't know if it's gas. There we go. Hopefully I'll remember to edit that out. But sometimes I don't. I apologize. I'm a terrible person. Okay, so I came in here. This is the way that I have not been. So this is new territory here. This is completely new territory. Now I'm sure that there are a lot of those Death Knights. Once again, calling them that, do not know if that's what they are. Now I need to be really careful because one of them is something I can handle. Multiple ones, not so much. Their attacks are devastating, but they can be avoided. They're fairly soft. Whoa! They're fairly soft. And then they're slow. So I just need to make sure I can get around them. And then give them the old backstab, and it gets the job done. Gets the job done. Now I would love to be able to get to a bonfire. That would be really good. Multiple souls of proud knights. I think that's kind of that is probably indicative. Oh shoot. That's probably indicative of something bad. Like a bunch of proud knights getting slaughtered. No. I know it's not the prettiest combat style, but blocking those guys. I know this shield does not deflect all physical damage, but it's enough. It's enough for me to feel pretty decent about it. Shoot, now, do I go down that way? We got ghosts. We got ghosts that way, which is not something that we can't deal with, and I could transient curse and pick those guys off with my bow, which would honestly probably be the way that I would choose to do that. Oh, we got one of those freaking hideous glob things. Holy crap! Okay, we are going to need to deploy a transient curse because I am 99% certain the other one has worn off. Where did he go? Where did you go? Oh shoot! This is not good. We've got a ghost who has phased into the stairs here, who presumably is just gonna reach out of the stairs and rock my universe here in a second. And then this blob that is, I'm not sure how aggressive the blob is. And the blob is generating the skulls. I don't know if the blob can come down the stairs. If it can't, then this is how it's gonna meet its end. Sorry, blob. This is how I roll. I picked Hunter class for a reason. I like to keep my distance when I can. Now, I remember these stupid skulls too. They run at you. Oh crap! They didn't actually really do anything though. I mean, they kind of blow up. I'm assuming it's really bad news bears if you're next to them when they blow up. Just an assumption, hasn't actually happened to me yet. Now, Dark Souls, where's my flashlight? Okay, I actually want to back off and fight this guy out here, because I don't know if I'm going to set off another one in there, because there were at least 2 in there, and I definitely don't want to find out if there's another one in there, at least don't want to find out right now. I don't want to find out while I'm fighting one of them if there's another one in there. Uh-oh. Something is sounding... Was that just me walking on the bones? Okay. Oh, shoot. This guy's rocking my world. Okay, I thought that my walking on the bones was actually like something... Like a skeleton or something spawning, coalescing. I am kind of tempted to use one of my precious Estus flasks here. What is that? Do you see this over here? I'm not sure what that is. It looks kind of like it's moving a little bit, but I do not know what it is. I have a lot of souls. I don't want to die. Of course, at this point, that's probably like a level. I don't even remember what it takes for me to level up. Oh, shoot. Whoa. His kick takes away a lot of stamina. As well it should, I guess. I mean, that's kind of what those are designed to do. I'm gonna go ahead and use an Estus flask. Better safe than sorry. Of course, if I deplete my Estus flasks, then I'm going to be very, very sorry. So this, if I'm not mistaken, leads all the way back down to where I kind of started. Now, this right here is a little scary. Going into the fog here. Now, let me go ahead. Orange Guidance Soapstone. So we've got some of these dragons around. I'm gonna go ahead and put some... Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put one of these charcoal pine resins in here, in case I want to put fire in there. Now, of course, I've got my lightning sword, so if I see something kind of like a dragon, as I understand it, dragons are weak to lightning, then I'll pull my my lightning sword out. But let's go in. Okay. Not an immediate boss. Come on, bonfire. I am not guessing that there's a bonfire here. This does not look promising. This looks ominous and bad. And scary. And oh my gosh, I can't freaking see anything. What am I supposed to do? Okay. Do I have one of those little things that you drop off the edge? Okay, yeah, so that's death. So Homeward Bone is gonna take me back, and the stupid ring is gonna do the same thing. I don't know any other way to get out of here. This guy says need ring. Oh, jeez. I know this is a thrilling debate that you see. Oh wait, someone else left one. That guy says need ring. Everyone says need ring. We definitely have two people saying the exact same thing. Come on, people. This is a tough debate. I don't like the idea of just jumping off because of the fact that the game has given me nothing to go on in that direction other than locking me in here and, to my knowledge, giving me no indication other than, you know, suicide or, you know, go reset all your progress. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and commit suicide here and because it's either lose the ring, home or bone. I've got the ability to break curses. These people say need ring. I've got a ring, so I can jump off and do it. Maybe that's how you need to progress things anyway. So I'm just gonna jump off with my ring, and I'm sure, I am sure that this is gonna cause death. I have no doubt about it. Rare ring revival. Yep. Yep, rare ring of sacrifice shattered. So, that did not gain me anything. Gained me literally nothing. So, don't go in that room is the moral of the story. But we do need to talk to this guy and give him our...
You have made it back. You were gone so long. Go ahead. You may rest here.
I want you...
Undead requires repose.
I would like you to reinforce my Estus flask. Thank you. Now... let's see here.
Yeah, I can level up once. So, I put most of my stuff into dexterity. Honestly, I can't really remember what my plan was. Seems like I'm building endurance. Giving me more stamina. I mean, I definitely want to spend this because I don't want to... I do not want to be in a situation where I have all these souls to lose. I guess endurance is something to do there.
Okay. Now, if I... actually, hold on a second. So, if I only need roughly 8,000 to go up, let's go ahead and look at... just out of curiosity, because I know that I have quite a few... I know I have quite a few souls that I could burn up. And that might save me those... might save me some of those others. Well... maybe I don't have that many souls. How many is in one of the... oh. $400? So not much. Gee whiz. Yeah, that's not really gonna do it, is it? I guess we'll just take this and go. that being said, I am looking at the time for this video, and I think that's probably a pretty good place to cut it for this one. You know, we have picked it up for the first time in quite some time, and I think that being said, I think that we've done pretty well for ourselves, all things considered. So, you know, we're gonna keep doing the same thing. I'm gonna head back down there and see if we can try to find what we need to do. Not go into that room again, that's for sure. At least until I exhaust all other possibilities. And even then, probably not. But that being said, if you like the video, go ahead and like it. If you liked it a lot and you're not already subscribed to the channel, you want to see more stuff like this or other games that I might be playing, then go ahead and subscribe. But regardless, as always, thanks for watching. And we're going to pick up right here next time.